So this is the new camera from Insta360, the X4 Air. This is way cheaper than the X4. Let me unbox it, have some fun with it, and then share with you some videos taken with this camera, as well as my thoughts about this one. Hello everyone, I hope you are all good. I'm Photorabs, a portrait photographer based in France, and I like creating content about action cams, vlogging kits, and anything related to cameras actually. If you are interested in these topics, I highly appreciate if you go subscribe to my channel. That's a massive help. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about this brand new camera from Insta360, the X4 Air. But just before I open this box and talk about it more and test it out and so on, I would like to make it clear that Insta360, they reached out, they told me, we have a new camera coming up on October 28th. Would you like to try it? And there is no obligation to make any videos about it, because we know that this is not the camera that you will be using on a daily basis since you have the Insta360 X5. But we are curious to know your thoughts about this camera, what you would like to enhance in this camera, whether firmware or hardware for the upcoming generations. So for this reason, I accepted this collaboration with Insta360. No money exchanged, no payouts, nothing at all, no obligations at all. And because this camera is cheaper than the Insta360 X5 and the Insta360 X4, I decided to give it a try on this channel to show it to you, so you know exactly what you expect to have with this camera, knowing that this is the Insta360 X4 Air and we are not on the X5 generation. Just to make that clear before I start my video and before I start opening the box and sharing what we have inside of it, I got some accessories as well. I will show that to you, and then I will go out and have some fun with this camera for a few days before I come back to the studio and talk more freely about this camera, what I think this camera is capable of, for whom this camera is dedicated, and who are the person that can be interested in this particular camera. Once again, I have the Insta360 X4, the X5, the Osmo 360. I don't have the GoPro Max 2 anymore. I didn't like it at all. So yeah, this is the time where we have a new camera to test it out together. By the way, my studio is not totally ready yet. I have some acoustic panels on the wall here, but I don't have a top-down rig yet, so bear with me this time for this unboxing. On the box we see that backlight and shoot 8K. So this camera is an 8K camera, just like the previous cameras from Insta360. And on the side here, 165 grams the camera only, 15 meters underwater, and it has some noise reduction for the audio, as well as lens replaceable kit. So this is this camera. And what else do we have? We have active HDR video, lightweight portable, tough replaceable lenses, clearer audio, wind guard, 15 meters, AI powered editing. This is the essential bundle, flow state stabilization, invisible selfie stick effect, which is very normal. And basically this is what you will get inside of the box. By the way, I've been told that this camera will cost about $400 or a little bit less, compared to around 480 for the Insta360 X4 and around 570 or 580 US dollars for the Insta360 X5. So this one is the cheapest one. What do we get inside of the box? Let me show you. First, of course, we have the camera. Okay, and this is the X4. Just check the size. So it is smaller than the X4 in all means, not in the thickness, maybe just a little bit. Yeah, even it is thinner than the X4. On the X4 now I have the lens protection. This one is tough, as they said. They said it shares the same glass configuration as the Insta360 X5, so it is very tough and you can replace the lenses easily. So this is the camera. I will open it just in a bit. We have, of course, this here, lens cover. We have a second battery, or maybe it's only one battery. I don't know if we have a battery. Oh, we have a battery inside. Okay, I got so the dual battery system. The battery is smaller, or is it? Let me compare it to the battery of. Okay, it's way smaller. This is the X4, it's bigger. Okay, what else do we have? So this is to pack the battery, and we can put, I think, SD card on this side here. Let me show you here on this angle. Yes, we have this selfie stick, invisible selfie stick, so you can see it all here in the frame. Very good. Okay, and we have this box, Insta360 app, tutorials, user manual. We have the USB cable. Sorry, I touched the mic. So this is the USB-C to USB-C, and this small pouch. It reminds me of the pouch of the previous generations of Insta360. And we have lens cloth, of course, and some manuals. These are for the mic, I think. No, cleaning sticker for the mic. So when you think there is nothing left inside of the box, you still have things to get. They sent me also this mic windshield. It looks like a headphone for the mic. Very nice. And here I think we have the foam for it. Okay, we have lots of foams, 4 of them. Okay, so probably the foam. Okay, inside we already have 2 foams. I don't know if you can see that. They sent me also this all-weather USB charging cover. I don't like that. A big box for a small thing. You gotta do something about that, Insta360. Okay, this is a plastic door, and it is weather sealed from the inside. They sent me also this replacement lens kit, double lens. So if I break the lenses, I can change them both in a matter of minutes. To be honest, on the Insta360 X5, I changed the lens once just for the sake of testing that. But, you know, it's very tough. So I didn't break the lens, or I changed it just to test it out. But my X5 fell from my bike and it hit the ground. It bounced on the ground, and I didn't have any scratches on the camera, on the lens, but I got some scratches on the body of the camera. Lens replacement guide. Okay, it looks exactly like the one of the X5, by the way. So looks like the same. Removal tool, brush. Okay, so everything is here inside of the box, just like the one we get for the X5, but different sizes. And now let's have some fun with the camera. So X5, X4 Air, X4, X4 Air. Okay, we have this button here in the front, like the old iPhones. Looks nice. Only one button on this part here. Here we have wind guard. We have the Q button as well as the power button, and here I think for the USB-C, where we can change it with the one provided in the pack I got. So after playing with this Insta360 X4 for many days, like 1 week or so, I can give you my thoughts about it. But let me tell you once again that I have no obligations to talk about this camera. Insta360, they sent it to me for free just to play with it and to give them my feedback without any obligations to create a content for them. And that's why I'm going to tell you directly that this camera is not competing with the Insta360 X5. I still prefer the Insta360 X5 for many reasons. But this camera surprised me because in the beginning I thought that this one is made for beginners, but I really enjoyed using it way more than the Insta360 X4 because it's lighter, cheaper, way more rugged and very sturdy. And if you break the lens or you scratch the lens, you can just replace the lenses easily, just like the Insta360 X5. It does not have the pure video mode. I'm not sure that it will arrive with the firmware update or so no pure video mode. It's not a camera to shoot in low light, but even if you have a sensor slightly bigger than the X4, on this Insta360 X4 Air, the sensor is 1/1.8 inches, while on the X4, the sensor is 1/2 inches. So the sensor on the X4 Air is slightly bigger, but that's not a lot to improve the low light performances of this camera. So if you'd like to get low light shots, go with the X5, no question asked. But if you'd like to get a camera to start in 360, to start learning how to reframe your shot and so on, the Insta360 X4 Air is a great camera for that, and I enjoyed it a lot. It's always in my pocket for my portrait photo shoots because my portrait photo shoots are usually in daytime, so this is a perfect companion for that. And recently I enjoyed using it with this magnetic telesin mount here, along with this quick release from Insta360. So I put it on the front side of my car and I use it for my car vlogs. You know, by now that I'm starting to making lots of car vlogs these days, and this one you will see lots of footage with this camera in the upcoming videos, and it's really nice. And by the way, this one is very sturdy. I highly recommend it, this telesin magnetic mount. Of course, you cannot drive so fast. I wish I can use a bigger selfie stick, but of course I needed something very simple and minimalistic when I'm doing these vlogs. I will show you some footage just now. So let's test this Insta360 X4 Air in a vlog kind of scenario. It's been like a few days. I wanted to put some gas inside of the car and I'm forgetting. So I have the X4 Air on this foldable selfie stick. Let me just adjust it a little bit. Okay, perfect. This is a great kind of setup, and I have the mic Air here on me. Recently I've been making lots of car vlogs, and this X4 Air, well, actually, even if I love my X5 and this is my go-to camera when it comes to a 360 field of view, but this X4 Air can make it into my routine. I mean, if I put it because it's very lightweight, so if I put it on one suction or one magnetic mount on the front side of the car or on the back side of the car, it might be good, and I'll be testing this to see whether this camera can be a good fit for this kind of use. So we will discover that throughout of this video. I hope we will have good weather for a longer time, because yesterday it was so windy, so I wasn't like feeling comfortable to put the camera outside, and it's been raining a lot recently. Today it's still windy. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's a bit calm compared to the other days. So actually this is very nice also to have this camera magnetically mounted on the front side of the car, especially because I started to do some more like car vlogs these days, and I'm enjoying them. And having this opportunity, of course I cannot extend it too much because it won't be stable because of the selfie stick and so on. I have to mount it with more than one single mount in order to have something very rugged and very solid for the road and for the bumps and so on. But actually this one is not tall, but it's fine. And I think because this camera is cheapest than my X5 and my X4, and it's like lightweight, so and it's more rugged than the X4, so I can put it here, especially when I'm doing some daytime vlogs in the car. That can allow me to have one view facing me and more views facing the road and facing forward, side on the sides. So that's quite interesting in my opinion. Let me know what do you think about it. And add to that, you can connect your Insta360 application to your camera and you can get your feed on your phone in front of you. So that's very, very interesting. So of course you cannot monitor what's happening outside, but you can do everything from your phone, which is on a MagSafe here in my car. And that's a huge step forward in terms of my car vlogs, in my opinion. So once again, don't think that if the camera is cheaper than the X4 or the X5, if the sensor is smaller than the X5, and if it is lighter and more compact, that this camera will not deliver good quality footage, because I'm really enjoying it once again. And once again, it's not gonna replace my X5 in any means. So whenever I need more professional videos, I will go with the X5. Whenever I want to do some just car vlogs to get few rushes from here and there and so on, I can use this one. And by the way, you can use it to vlog with it because you have wind guards here. Let me show you. You have wind guard here, but if you'd like to use it in all directions, you can use this piece here that I'm sure that I will forget one day or another, and the tires behind. But this one you can put it here. It's like wind guard for the microphones on the side of the camera. So that's very nice, and look, as if it has a headphone on top of it. It's very nice and very sturdy in place. It will not go once you put it in. This is an audio test with vocal enhancement on the Insta360 X4 Air. I'm in the city center of France now. So this is an audio test with vocal enhancement on. But personally, I prefer using the Insta360 Mic Air, this one, that will connect seamlessly to the camera, and whenever both of these devices are on, they will pair automatically, and that's a very good thing. So you can vlog with it without issues at all. And let me show you, by the way, on this camera now, that when you go to the settings of the audio, here you have exactly the same audio settings of the X5. So you have auto wind noise reduction weak, strong, voice enhancement, which is the one that I use for the vlogs if I don't have the mic, stereo and 360 audio. And you see, you have lots of features. If you go to the menu of the camera, you have 360 and single lens, video mode, insta frame, time lapse, time shift, well, everything. But you don't have the pure video mode on this camera. You have the free frame here, you have the me mode and the single lens. So you have almost everything you think about. And this Insta frame is genius, by the way. I really love this one. And if you swipe here, you see that you can activate the portrait mode or not, which, check that. You have this yellow square thing around my face. It is tracking me and it will brighten the skin. It will make the skin tones better. So you can activate it or not. It depends on your taste. And of course, you can go here to the settings of the video mode and activate or not the HDR. And you can go again, adaptive tone, which is something very nice. I already talked about it a lot on my channel before. This adaptive tone is insane. Basically, the camera is recording front and back, and later on in post, it will choose the correct exposure, because there are moments where this side of the camera is so bright and this side is so dark. So the camera will be confused without this adaptive tone, but this adaptive tone is genius for these kind of scenes. I really like that. And you can shoot in 8K, 6K, 4K, as you can see, up to 50 frames per second, 8K up to 30 frames per second. And there is always a workflow with these kind of cameras, whether on the application, on the Insta360 app, or even on the Insta360 Studio app on your computer, in order to learn how to use this camera properly and to get the best out of this camera. On the other side, I can literally say that this camera is interesting in terms of battery, because the batteries are so small and lightweight compared to the bigger battery of the X4 and the X5, and you can use it for more than 80, 90 minutes or even a little bit more in my latest test. By the way, I didn't do any overheating test with this camera because I was just using it in the way that I use the camera, whether for the photo shoots or for my car vlogs and this stuff. And we have like low temperatures these days outside, so it's really cold. This camera didn't overheat, I didn't have any freezes, knowing that I'm using the pre-release software. So this is not the final software of this camera, and it is performing really well so far. I'm really enjoying it. And once again, it's a compact thing. Just check that compared to my phone. You see, it's smaller than the phone. It's smaller than this big brother, the X5 and the X4 here. So it looks really nice, and you can just slide it in your pocket. The lenses are very sturdy, very strong. Even if you scratch them, as I said, you can change the lenses just like what you can do with the X5. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit like, to subscribe, to ring the bell so you'll not miss any upcoming posts on my channel. And of course, I will put in the description box my affiliate link for the X4 Air, the X4 and the X5. And be sure that, 100% sure that if you purchase your camera via my affiliate link, you are helping my channel a little bit, and you are getting a free gift from Insta360 because you are supporting my work and this stuff. So thank you, Insta360, for this kind gift that you are making for my audience. And thanks to everyone who is using my affiliate links, because this is the main income source, I can say, to keep running this channel and to keep showing you new stuff. Once again, this camera is fantastic. If you are a beginner, if you are searching for a new 360 camera or a 360 camera to start with, this one will perform really well. You can rely on it for lots of scenarios, lots of scenes. But if you already have the Insta360 X4 and you'd like to upgrade, I highly recommend you to upgrade to the X5. If you already have the X3 and your way of using these 360 cameras is evaluating and you'd like to get more nice footage, especially in low light, then the X5 is the camera to go with and not the X4 Air. But keep in mind that this one is way cheaper, lighter, more compact, and it has lots of nice features. So why not giving it a try? Thank you for watching. Ciao for now.